it's time for us to talk consumer tech. And a consumer tech segment today, we're going to be discussing tech in auto. So we're looking at your vehicles, and all the fancy technology that's available in your vehicles. And basically, what are some of the changes? What are some of the new things that are coming in, and so on and so forth? So Philip Kofi Ashon has joined us. He's the host of Citi Trends on Citi 97.3 FM and also the head of production here at Citi TV. Good morning, Philip.
Well, good morning.
How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing pretty good.
All right.
Cars.
Yes.
They are, a guy's favorite little toy.
Absolutely.
Every guy I know has a love for one vehicle or the other.
Yeah.
And every year or every couple of months, there's one innovation or the other. And sometimes we can genuinely get overwhelmed, by the kind of tech that we see in the cars.
Yeah.
But there are some that are relatively available today that I think a lot of people overlook. And I just wanted us to look at a couple of them. So
okay.
The first one is something interesting called gesture control. It's in quite a number of vehicles, a lot of concept vehicles. And it's an example that we're going to show you from Volkswagen.
Okay.
So we're going to show you a quick video from Volkswagen and just check it out. Just check out what gesture control from Volkswagen actually looks like and what your vehicles could be having in a couple of months. Check it out. That will understand your gestures. So check it out. He's going to reduce the volume by just sliding his hand across the screen. He wants to open the sunroof. It's just a gesture away. She stops it as well.
Okay.
Changing the color is just one finger slip away, and that's it. Like, it's literally that simple.
Wow.
So these are just examples of what is possible. The point that you can control volume control, you can change from sat nav to FM or whichever. If you want to pull up the sunroof or you want to pull it back down, all you need to do is just one swipe and you're good to go.
Wow.
And it's that incredible. I a couple of weeks ago when we were having a conversation about the announcements made by Apple, one of the key things that came up, for example, was the issue of keyless entry.
Okay.
And also being able to use your smartphone to unlock your car and act as a key. And that's one of the new innovations as well. A lot of people have keyless entry where the key can be on your body or in your bag.
Yeah.
And once you are within a certain distance from your vehicle, you can either press a button and then get access to your car. Now, the next phase is that the key is connected to your phone, so you don't necessarily need to carry your car key with you.
Wow.
Your phone becomes your car key.
Okay.
And what's interesting about it is you can actually share rights to your car. So, for example, if yourself and your wife are at home and you want to, your wife wants to go out with the car, but you can't find the key, you can actually share the rights
to the car
with your wife.
Yeah.
Or, for example, your kids want to take your car out. Okay, but we don't want them to go beyond a certain distance. So you can actually map out where they can and where they can't go, such that you get a notification when they try to move outside of the zone that you've located.
Okay.
And I mean, this is what is possible. I mean, those days, if you just have a car key, someone takes it out, you don't know where they've been to.
Yeah, no,
but with this, you can monitor where the car has been to. You can allocate certain rights to them, what they can do, what they can't do. And the possibilities are endless, really.
Yeah.
But apart from these two, one other thing that seems to be coming up a lot is self-driving vehicles. And there's an example by Mercedes-Benz. We're going to show you the video in just a bit. So you can go ahead. This is the video from Mercedes-Benz. So this is typical day traffic, whichever. Now, Mercedes-Benz and quite a number of vehicles actually have gotten to the point where they have all these, self-driving vehicles. Tesla, for example, because of the electric vehicles and because of all the innovation, has been a market leader in that. This is an example from Mercedes-Benz where it's just a click away, you basically get access to having this vehicle move around on the streets and do basically, the navigation for you. It knows the streets, as you can see on the screen there.
Yeah.
It knows where the traffic points are likely to be. There are obvious conversations about what it will do when it gets into an intersection.
Yeah.
It would do what we call a communication with other vehicles. And just to add to this is why 5G technology is so important.
Okay.
Because 5G technology allows very high speed interaction over a network. And so, for example, two vehicles, for example, getting to an intersection can speak to each other very quickly, and then one knows that, okay, so you are supposed to move first before you got, because I got to the junction late or something like that. And that sort of communication can happen. So she's driving, for example, along a street, someone wants to veer into her lane, you know, the communication between the vehicles must be so quick that, you know, one will be able to detect that, no, you know, there's something happening. All these, as you saw there, are just sensors. These sensors are constantly learning, A, about your driving habits, B, about the traffic, what is happening around you, because now most vehicles have like 360 cameras, which are able to see literally around the whole vehicle. And so with all these sensors and all these cameras, the vehicle is able to tell, you know, for example, give you a warning, someone is coming through the right, give you a warning, someone is coming from behind you, and all manner of things. And so this vehicle, this Mercedes-Benz, basically is driving autonomous, and that is what is possible today. With all the sensors and all the gadgets woven into it, it's able to do all of that. All of this data is literally running from the vehicle. It's you know, and it's incredible. And this is, for example, a classic example why 5G is such an important conversation to have, because then it allows quick communication between devices and vehicles like this, you know, and I mean, it's remarkable what will be possible. One of the other things that we saw a couple of minutes ago were the parking cameras. So you have all these cameras on the sides of the vehicle. I'm sure you've seen it in a number of vehicles popping out from the side mirrors and things like that. All of these are supposed to help you park your vehicle. So when you sit in a vehicle and you put it in reverse, or you're trying to do whatever, it's able to see around, you know, things that you possibly can't see if you look
in your blind spot.
On your blind spot. So all of these cameras are positioned in such a way that it makes it easier for you as a driver to get the very best of your vehicle and enjoy the vehicle as possible. I don't want to get into the entertainment options that are available in the vehicles, because those ones will never stop. But these are just a couple of them. One of the other things also that is coming up regularly is augmented reality and how it's woven into the use of the vehicle. The VW vehicles, for example, that were assembled in Ghana, recently launched. I believe that Tiguan, for example, and quite a number of them have augmented reality in a certain way woven into the vehicle. So you have a heads-up display, and so, for example, you want to navigate yourself from here to Dodua. Typically, you would have your phone in a holder on the phone, in the car. Now, what you have is a heads-up display, which is like something really small. It's literally there in front of you, and it basically shows you where you're supposed to go without having to look. It's literally right in front of you. There's an example, an augmented reality app. We have a quick video of that, so I'll just walk you guys through it. So this is something put together by Hyundai. This is one bit of it. So you have yourself at home, you have a little issue, you don't know where the problem is coming from. This augmented reality app basically scans your vehicle and shows you what you're supposed to do. So you know, sometimes you have a vehicle and you know some lights is on and you don't know what the light is about. You basically take the app, it basically scans your vehicle or scans, you know, whichever section you want to view, and it tells you, okay, so this is what is wrong or that is what is wrong. You saw in the beginning there she's scanning the engine. It basically shows if there's a change that she's supposed to make. It shows her what she's supposed to do, and it's really, really that simple. You don't. I mean, sometimes you might need to go to a mechanic because of the severity of the situation, but they're very simple things that you can do at home, you know, and you don't need anybody else to help you do it, because the app, as you can see there, basically allows you to do that. So that's one of the things. So this one use of augmented reality. Another use, for example, is, you know, the heads-up display in a lot of vehicles that I'm sure, you know, if you are able to afford one of the VW vehicles, you get a taste of. But a lot of vehicles today have that, and it's a very interesting use of technology in vehicles that we are seeing come up today. One other thing is also called the car to X command. So let's say you are on Debris Road, and a couple of meters away, 300, 500 meters away, there is a breakdown of, all sorts of vehicles.
Yeah.
Typically, in Ghana, you would have people putting leaves and things in place.
Try and warn people.
They don't even have triangles. Now, what this new technology does is, if there is a problem somewhere, either the police are there or another vehicle owner, once there's a problem, a signal is sent to you, who is probably either in the network or has access to the information, and you'll be able to tell, okay, so 500 meters away, there's a problem. And you get this almost like a text message or a notification in your vehicle, and that's what you can see there. So the report is being sent to this vehicle, and this vehicle has currently been notified that there's a problem a few meters ahead. And so the car basically adjusts itself because it knows where the problem is. And as you can see there, the map there shows you where the problem is. So even as you're driving, you are notified in real time that there's a problem. And there are so many ways this thing can be used. I mean, we've seen this sort of, for people who use the Waze app, for example, it sort of acts like that. The Waze app basically requires that people update the app so that you know that something is happening ahead of you. This one, it is generated, literally from the car, and then it's sent to your car, and you receive the notification, and you're good to go. So that's one of the other things. There's also, of course, augmented reality driving enhancing as well, which I talked about, the heads-up display that you see in your vehicle, and quite a number of things that's happened. And we're going to see an example of the heads-up display here in just a bit. But basically what we're saying is these are new innovations that are coming up, making the driving experience much better, making the driving experience much safer for a number of people. And these are just three options that you have with augmented reality. So you're going to see the navigation example in just a bit, where the heads-up display, as you can see there, and it's showing you how long you have to go. It's showing you where you're supposed to do your turns, and it's right there in front of you. You don't need to.
It's not a screen per se.
No. It's on your windscreen. It's just projected onto your windscreen, and you'll be able to see where you're going. And as you can see that the arrow is telling you which direction you're supposed to go in. So it's incredible. It's really incredible. And these are things, and you can see that. You can see that it's showing you. It's showing you, the distance between yourself and the vehicle in front of you, just in case. It can adapt itself. As you can see there, it's able to read vehicles ahead of you, where they are turning potentially, where they will be turning potentially. And once again, I just have to say that this is why 5G is important, because the communication between the vehicles must be literally instant for you to be able to get access to all of these added features. Apart from all of this, one of the other things that's also coming up very prominently are softwares that are baked into most of our vehicles. So you have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, for example. So if I sit in my vehicle and have an iPhone, the entertainment system basically connects to my phone. If I have an Android device and I have Android Auto, it basically connects. I can access anything I want from my phone right there on the dashboard. If I get a phone call, I'll see the name. I can literally transact whatever sort of business I would typically have done on my phone right there on the steering wheel or through the entertainment system. And these are just new technologies that we're seeing every day. They come up all the time. There are new innovations every time. It's not everything that will necessarily work in Ghana, obviously because of but it's nice to know that these are possibilities, these are things that are happening, and these are things that we can look forward to. And that's why I feel it's important that we invest more in getting some of these manufacturers come set up shop in Ghana and basically manufacture vehicles that fit our climate as well, while also giving us a sense of what is possible and the new technologies available.
Super. And just quickly before you leave us, how long before we see some of these?
Most of these are
commercial.
Most of these are commercial.
They're already commercial.
Most of the technologies that we watch today are commercial. It's just that it's not on a very large scale. I mean, things like augmented reality in your vehicle, helping you doing the navigation, is already a reality. We are seeing it today. Yes, self-driving vehicles are very limited, but then Tesla is already doing it in the US. so Tesla 3, like so many Tesla vehicles are autonomous, they can drive by themselves. There's so many other examples that you can see. Most of these are available commercially. It's just that it's not on a very wide scale, depending on the country, depending on the restrictions for automakers in those countries. So those are the only limiting factors. But it's clear that we are moving in a certain direction. For example, electric vehicles. It's everywhere, but then obviously, you know, the pricing and the spare parts availability, etc., are the only things that really limit you. So it's work in progress.
Base and all those things that you
it's work in progress. I can't wait to see electric vehicles being used prominently in Ghana, but then the infrastructure needs to be put in place. The charging ports need to be everywhere, you know, and there needs to be a proper business case for it before there can be a proper rollout.
Super. Thank you very much, Philip. It's been fantastic. It's been very insightful. Now, I have a reason to buy a brand new car.
Yes, you do.
All right.
Yes, you do.
We've been talking with Philip Kofi Ashon, who is the head of production here at Citi TV and also the host of Citi Trends. A fantastic conversation.